Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Godson. Welcome back, you dudes. We are going to talk about the new update that Supercell is going to be releasing for Clash Royale coming, I believe, in just a few days. I believe they mentioned it was on the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, they said it was right around the corner. So, you guys, we're going to be looking over some of the new changes, not all of them, but some of them that they did say we could mention in our videos. So you guys, I'm going to get right into this. The first one that we are going to talk about is the wall breaker. Where can I find this guy at? He is getting a nerf, if I could just find him. I never use him. Okay, so he's getting a 2% nerf on his health, but he's getting a buff, which is a 2% damage increase. I don't really use the wall breaker. I was using him when I was first starting out in Clash Royale. And it sucks because whenever I have barbarian teams or just teams that are just, you know, really heavy on the counts behind giants, then I'm usually facing people with wall breakers for some reason, and they usually, you know, do really good against my team. So wall breakers are in no way a bad card. Some people are really good with them. But that is the changes that they are receiving for this new update. The next card that we're going to look at is the lightning spell. Where can I find this thing? Lightning spell is getting a buff. From what I understand, they're getting a 0.5 stun, which means you can use this to reset cards, to re-aggro cards. For example, I believe the giant would be one. You could hit him with lightning, and if there's elixir pump or something around, you can hit that too, and a tower. And then the giant will be aggroed to a defensive unit away from the tower that he's attacking. So that's good. And also you can do this against princes. The Dark Prince and the normal Prince, you can hit them with lightning spells and they will lose their charge, and they'll have to reset and start over. But sadly, this does not affect the Sparky card. The Sparky card will be safe, it will not reset, and it will still have its charge, so that when it shoots off, you'll still lose your tower and everything. So I didn't understand why that made sense, because you can use a sap, which is also like, you know, the lightning spell, and it resets the Sparky, but lightning does not. It only stuns it for 0.5 seconds. So I was kind of like, I don't know, maybe that is balanced, because the lightning spell is pretty strong and it hits all, you know, 3 targets. So that is, it's still a buff. The lightning spell is getting a buff, and that is that. Also, you guys, we have the log card here that is also getting a buff as well, and it knocks back all units as well as big troops. So the P.E.K.K.A, the Golem, and big troops like that will be knocked back. So that is a really good buff for the lumber card, because I just don't see too many people using the lumber card. And now I think with this feature, we will have something for this card. And so you might just see the lumber card being put into more gameplay, more compositions in people's decks. Next up, you guys, we have the Rage Spell. The Rage Spell is getting a buff. The cost will be reduced to 2. And minus 2 seconds. So that's actually the nerf. Okay, so it's a nerf and a buff. The elixir will cost 2 elixir, but the time duration of the elixir will be reduced by 2 seconds. That I'd say is a fair trade, because I've noticed no one uses the rage spell, at least where I'm at in the legendary arena. No one's using it up here unless you have maybe 3 musketeers. Then you might see it, but I just don't see it. So that's really good. I'm happy that they're doing that. And also, you guys, since the rage spell is getting a nerf, that also means that the troop that carries a rage spell, the lumberjack, will also be getting the nerf as well. So you can expect when he drops his rage spell, the time duration will also be reduced, which is expected. I mean, because if you're going to nerf the rage spell and he carries a rage spell, then you can expect that to be reduced also. Otherwise, people would only choose the lumberjack just for his rage spell, which would be better than the rage spell itself. So that's what you can expect with the nerf for the rage spells, you guys. There's 2 more changes to the game. That is the giant. The giant is now getting a 5% damage nerf. I would have actually liked to have seen that with the royal giant. I don't know, I just don't like the royal giant. That guy can shoot stuff and do what he wants. The normal giant has to work for his. He has to walk in there. So that's the thing that he's getting. The nerf damage 5%. which I don't think will be too much of a big deal. You'll still have to hit maybe a tower one more time just to get the kill off. So yeah, we will see that with the giant. Let's see. The last thing, you guys, that we are getting is, I think, the biggest thing, which will probably change a lot of tournament play, if you ask me. A lot of tournament play will be changed because of this, and I think it'll be a great thing. It is the mirror card is getting a buff, a really good buff. That means that all of the characters in the game will go up one level higher. So that means the max level for characters or common cards will be 14 now. If you have a skeleton or a knight or a goblin and it's at level 13 max, you can get it up to a level 14, which means that spells like, for example, a zap on goblins won't kill them. They will actually be able to still attack. So that's actually really good. If you have, like, say, a miner that's going for a tower and they zap your goblins behind it, they won't die and they'll be able to still keep going. They'll be just like minions now. They'll take a zap. So that, I think, you guys, is really going to change tournament play and is really good for cards that you use the most. So I can definitely say that the mirror card will be used by a lot of people now. I'm hoping. I can only speculate, but I'm hoping that people will use the mirror card more and we will see it more into play because no one's using the mirror card right now. It is a dead card. I only use it when I'm doing troll attacks and when I'm using mass gameplays, like the bowler video I did. But you guys, that is all of the changes that we are getting so far to the new update. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait for it to come out, and I believe we're getting a lot more than this. This is just like a little teaser for you before the update comes out, which should be very soon. So you guys, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned. I'll keep trying to make videos whenever we have new updates and fill you guys in on all the new changes. Thank you so much for watching. This is Godson, and I will see you guys next time. Godson out.